uncovering your soul's mission and stepping into doing the beautiful work that your soul has come here to do is that very thing that will bring you that deep inner fulfillment, the joy, the happiness, and all the abundance that you desire. But the biggest challenge is often figuring out, what am I here to do? What is my soul's mission? And you may have been pondering, especially as of lately, what are you here to do? What is your soul's mission? Because we are at an immense turning point where so many souls are really waking up to their inner power, to their inner desire to really live a life on purpose. And that's why you may have felt that call as of lately, or maybe for some time now, to really figure out, well, what are you here to do? What is your life purpose, your soul's mission? And in this video today, I want to share with you how your very own Akashic Records hold answers and insights to all of those questions that you have around your soul's mission, around what you're here to do, around how to best step into that and really live your life in a soul-aligned way and doing the beautiful work that your soul has come here to do. Because your soul has a mission in each lifetime, and it is up to you to then open yourself up to discovering what is that, and then of course and also be courageous enough to really step into that. And here I want to mention, your soul's mission always evolve. Even though you may think that, well, I'm already living my soul's mission, there's always an evolved step to that, an evolved way of really living out your soul's mission. And all of that can be uncovered within your very own Akashic Records. And I want to share with you in this video how the Akashic Records can really bring answers to all of those questions that you have. Because you see, the thing is, you have a soul's blueprint. That is literally your roadmap to how to best go about life in the most aligned way, doing the things that your soul has come here to do. So if you've ever thought, well, I wish there would be a roadmap or somewhat of a blueprint of how to go about my life, well, it is accessible through the Akashic Records. Your Akashic Records is your soul's library of all lifetimes. It holds so many records about just about every area of your life, past, present, even future. And your soul's blueprint is also stored within your Akashic Records. So when you open yourself up to working with the Akashic Records, you can tap into your unique soul's blueprint. And your soul's blueprint will be able to give you all that clarity, the insights that you really need to really live your life in the most aligned way and really doing what your soul has come here to do. Now, of course, you can also connect with your soul's blueprint in other ways, maybe really tuning in, connecting with soul. But I have really found that when you work with the Akashic Records, there is truly no guesswork. You're getting that true and clear guidance because it has been written within the fabric of your soul, within the records of your library, your Akashic Records. So your soul's blueprint truly is that roadmap to living your life in the most aligned way, really doing what you're here to do. And when you're working with the Akashic Records, you can truly get that clear, like literally crystal clear guidance of what you're here to do, because you can literally read your records. You can read your soul's blueprint from within the Akashic Records to get that clear and accurate guidance of the what and the how and the why, all of those questions. You can get insights and guidance from within the Akashic Records. Because it is truly written within your library, within your Akashic Records. There you can find out about your life purpose, about your soul's mission, because there is somewhat of a difference, because your purpose is all about that awakening. Your missioning comes about the more you awaken. And you can find out all about that within the Akashic Records, so you can truly get that roadmap for your life, where you never then have to wonder or ponder or guess, like, what am I here to do? How am I best to go about this? What is holding me back? You can get all of those answers within the Akashic Records. But let me share with you what all you can really uncover as it relates to your soul's mission, because that is really important, because we're really at this turning point right now where it is so important. And you may also feel that inner nudge, that inner drive, that inner dissatisfaction with your life right now, to then find that more meaning in your life. Finding out, what are you really here to do? What is that soul's mission of yours for this lifetime? Because there is so much awakening happening all across the globe. I mean, on a collective level, there is so many people are awakening. And it is people like you that are on your path of really uncovering, well, what am I here to do? Because then you're meant to really step into this moving forward to then live your life on purpose, make that impact in whatever way, shape, and form is to your highest good. And you can find out about all these things within your Akashic Records. But let me share with you exactly what you can uncover and how this thing truly can help you step into living your life in the most aligned way and really living out your soul's mission. Now, the first thing that you can find out is like, what are you here to do? What exactly is that mission of your soul for this lifetime? And here you can find out about what is it right now. And then as you're growing, as you're evolving, your mission then also evolves. So you can always work with the Akashic Records to find out what is my now more evolved mission. Because there is always an evolution going on. Like you're evolving every single day. Every single day you're growing, you're transforming, you're merging into that more awakened you. Well, the more you're awakening, the more you're growing, the more you're learning, the more you're transforming. Well, your soul's mission is then that extension of your inner growth, because then your mission then also evolves. What you may start doing right now, or maybe you're already living your soul's mission, maybe you're already doing your beautiful work, but there's always a more evolved way of going about this. And the Akashic Records can help you really uncover this. Like for me, every year I do a life purpose reading for myself where I really tap into my mission. Really, what is that more evolved vision? What is that more evolved mission of for me right now for this coming year? So I always check in with myself, because there's always something more evolved for me to then be doing, showing up and things like that. So when you work with the Akashic Records, you can find out about exactly what you're here to do. And then also, what is that more evolved way then of really living your life on purpose, like really living out your soul's mission. Then the second thing is that you can also find out is how you can best go about it, because there are many ways for you to do the things that you're meant to be doing, but not every way is the right way. So let's say you have the ability to channel spirit, whether it's the other side or the higher guides, right? But let's say you have been told that you're a medium and you're meant to be doing this beautiful mediumship work, but you really don't feel called to do the work with the other side, right? So you may then feel like, well, maybe I have to do this because someone told me that I need to do this and I have this gift. But that is not of truth, because you can use this gift because it's really about channeling, about opening yourself up to channeling higher guidance, or spirit. Well, you can turn this around, and maybe then your mission is all about channeling the higher guides, the angels, the galactic beings, and those type of the light beings, right? So yes, there are many ways that you can go about what you think you're meant to be doing, but when you work with the Akashic Records, you can find out exactly how you're meant to be going about this. Because if you don't choose, let's say going back to this example right now, let's say you were to choose to become a medium and working with the other side, and it really doesn't fulfill you, it maybe even creeps you out a little bit, then you will resist doing this work. Then whatever you will be doing, it's not going to work, because deep down you're resisting that. But then when you're shifting and you're really stepping into that more aligned way of going about this, maybe working with, the higher beings, the light beings, the galactic beings, the angelic beings, that is so fulfilling to you, because at the end of the day, you're still channeling messages. You're still doing what you're meant to be doing, but you're doing it in the right way, the most aligned way. And you can find out about this within the Akashic Records. And please don't think that you're meant to be channeling. I just used this as an example. But you can find out about how you're meant to be going about living your soul's mission within the Akashic Records. Then also, thirdly, you can also find out what is actually holding you back from stepping into this. So going back to that example that I just mentioned, let's say you would have chosen to go the mediumship route, but you really don't enjoy this. Well, you can also find out within the Akashic Records that, hey, you're absolutely misaligned. You're not meant to be doing mediumship work. You're meant to be doing something else. And that's what's holding you back. But then there are also maybe some fears of actually doing this beautiful work, of really putting yourself out there and things like that. You can find out all about these things of what is actually holding you back from stepping into this, from really doing your beautiful soul's work. You can also uncover any beliefs that you may have, any negative patterns, any karmic lessons that may be interfering, any ancestral. And when we're talking about the spiritual path, I have found that just about every one of my clients, they had some past life experience where they either were burned at the stake, they were punished for really using their gift, or things like that. So you may have had past lives where really you had really bad experience of really stepping into living your life on purpose and using your beautiful gifts, that now in this lifetime, you're really coming up, against all these hurdles and obstacles, and you're wondering, like, why can't I move forward? Where you can find out about all these things within the Akashic Records as well to really help you release whatever is really blocking you from really stepping into living your soul's mission. So you can uncover karma, soul's pattern, all of those different things, ancestral patterns, all of those different things that are really getting in the way of you really stepping fully into you living your soul's mission. Then you can also work with the Akashic Records keepers to actually heal and release and overcome any and all of those blocks that are really hindering you from living your best life and really doing the beautiful work that you're here to do in a more evolved way. Then the other thing that you can uncover in the Akashic Records is you can actually uncover your divine gifts. What are those beautiful gifts of yours? You can also uncover what skills, modalities do you still need to develop and learn that will then really help you living out your soul's mission. Because you may then feel called to learn certain modalities that will then help you really make the impact that you're here to make that you have not yet learned yet. So in the Akashic Records, you can find out, what modality do I need to learn? What modality is to my highest and greatest good? You may have already learned about a lot of modalities, but maybe not all of those modalities you really feel in alignment with. Well, here you can also uncover that in the Akashic Records. Why do you not feel in alignment with that? They may have just been just for you, but they're not really meant for you to then share with others, things like that. So you can uncover all that within the Akashic Records as well, because that too then will help you really live out your life in the most aligned way and really doing the beautiful work that you're here to do. And another beautiful thing that Akashic Records can help you with is actually it can help you bring in and embody the essence of that future you who's really living out your soul's mission in a more evolved way. If you're really feeling stuck in your life right now and you don't really know how to move forward, yes, getting guidance within the Akashic Records is a beautiful thing. It's really getting that clear roadmap. But then you can take it another step further, really connecting with that future you who actually lives out that life, doing the beautiful soul's work that you're meant to be doing, that you want to be doing, and really bringing in that essence of that lifetime, really embodying in that, because that will then help you and really manifest that kind of life in your reality with more ease and more quickly. And these are really just a few things that you can do while working with the Akashic Records to really help you really live out your soul's mission. And there's so much more you can do with the Akashic Records. It's absolutely mind-blowing. And I hope this video inspired you to maybe then also feel like that inner drive to maybe want to learn about the Akashic Records as well, like you working with your own Akashic Records. And if so, I want to invite you to join me in a free 6-day training series where I will teach you exactly how to start accessing your records, how to ask the right kind of questions, how to start working with your Akashic Record keepers to really get that clear and accurate guidance, and most importantly, I will also help you overcome your ego, because that will be the most challenging thing you will have to overcome when it comes to receiving that clear guidance. And I will assist you with that throughout this 6-day journey. So if that is of interest to you, there's a link in the description below. You can go check it out and get started right away if that is of interest to you. But working with the Akashic Records to really uncover your soul's mission is absolutely amazing, because then you will never not know what you're here to do. Then the only challenge is, well, then you will know. And then you can't say no more, well, I don't know. But just know, once you uncover what your soul's mission is and how to best go about, how to really step into this, your life will transform in ways you never thought possible, because your soul craves to really do this beautiful soul's work. That's why you may have been feeling that inner nudging that I need to find out, what am I here to do? Maybe you felt somewhat of a dissatisfaction in your life because it simply no longer fits. Now, I'm not to say that, hey, quit what you're doing and then jump into something completely new. That is not what I'm saying. But when you're working with the Akashic Records, you can get that roadmap of, well, what are you here to do? And then you can start taking those steps to start building that up, whatever that is. I'm not saying you have to start a business, but whatever that is, you can start working on that, start stepping into that more and more and more. And then eventually you will know what to do, what that next step is, maybe to quit your job or not quit your job, whatever it is, right? But working with the Akashic Records, it's like that mentor that you have by your side that will give you the clear and accurate guidance that you need to really live your life in the most aligned and fulfilling way. And also, it cuts back on the time. I mean, think of it like that. How long have you been thinking about what are you here to do? What is it that you're meant to be doing? How long have you been stuck in maybe feeling a little unfulfilled in your life, knowing that there's something more possible for you, that you know that you're meant to make a bigger impact, but you have no idea what that is? How long has that been? Well, when you work with the Akashic Records, you don't have to guess anymore. You don't have to wait forever to figure out the answer. You will get the answer. And the more you work with the Akashic Records, well, you always will then know what you meant to do. And it also eliminates the frustration of not knowing, or of all the challenge that you're experiencing and not knowing what is going on or how to overcome it. When you work with the Akashic Records, well, you always have a source for information, guidance, insights, and direction. And you can even heal within the Akashic Records as well. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, do me a favor, hit the like button and maybe leave me a comment below. Let me know, have you uncovered your soul's mission yet? Are you living your soul's mission already? Or are you still wondering and pondering about what you're here to do? Leave me a comment below. I would love to know. While you're at it, maybe even hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't done so already, hit the notification bell so you can get notified whenever I release new content. And I really want to say thank you for being here, for allowing me to share this with you. And if you do really feel called to learn more about the Akashic Records, I want to invite you to join me for my free 6-day journey of really learning how to access your Akashic Records. It's going to be absolutely exciting for you to start working with your Akashic Records. And I would love to assist you in learning how to do so. So the link is in the description below. I hope you're going to join me. But thank you so much for being here. Now be sure to check out this video here about demystifying the Akashic Records. If you ever want to, can anyone work with the Akashic Records? I will answer that in that video. So I hope I will see you there. Until then, make it an amazingly abundant and joyful day. Namaste.